We're seeing a sharp spike in Omicron cases in India. The tally of confirmed cases now has gone up to 61, and that's because 8 more patients have been found infected with Omicron in Maharashtra. Out of these, 7 are from Mumbai, 1 patient is from Vasai Virar. 3 of them are asymptomatic. 5 patients have reported mild symptoms. Till date, a total of 28 patients infected with Omicron have been reported in Maharashtra. Out of these, 9 have reported a full recovery. They've been discharged with a negative RT-PCR test. Delhi has also added 4 more cases of the super mutant variant. So that means 6 people in all have been found Omicron positive in the capital. 1, again, has been discharged after making a full recovery. Meanwhile, the COVID task force chief and Niti Aayog member V.K. Paul has called for modifying vaccines every year, while raising an alarm that vaccines may become ineffective. He also said India should have vaccine platforms that are adaptable quickly with changing scenarios, and keeping in mind that many variants are being reported time and again.
The best bet today, which the nation's policy dictates and policy amplifies, is that the 2 doses of the available excellent, highly effective vaccines, as we have seen up to now, must reach every adult. And that remains our prime philosophy. We should have no confusion on this.
4 और कंफर्म हुए कल जो हुए थे, उसमें से अब 1 ठीक होकर घर जा चुके हैं।
और सर इनकी स्थिति क्या है? मतलब
ठीक है, सारे स्टेबल हैं, कोई ऐसा कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। जितने भी इस अस्पताल में लोग हैं सारे स्टेबल हैं। सारे के सारे ही मतलब विदेश से आए हैं और दिल्ली एयरपोर्ट से इनको ट्रांसफर किया गया था।
किस तरीके के हालात रह रहे हैं?
अभी तक देखिए, अभी तक तो कंट्रोल में है। अगर ये फैलता है तो जरूर सरकार देखेगी इसको। अभी देखिए 6 केसेज अभी तक आए हैं और अभी तक कम्युनिटी से कोई केस नहीं आया। जितने भी केस हैं सारे के सारे एयरपोर्ट से ही आए हैं।
There are now over 60 cases of Omicron in India, and the super mutant has become a super spreader across the world. India is also ensuring we're fully prepared for the Omicron threat, and the demand for boosters as well as the children's vaccine is growing. Sneha Mordani in our next report tells you how long you have to wait for perhaps a 3rd dose being introduced in India, and to also ensure that kids get protected against the new variant.
"77 countries and counting." Omicron variant, the 5th variant of concern, has become a super spreader. And in the light of the new threat, countries are doing what they can with the little information they have, boosting against Omicron. But not in India. There is inertia when it comes to rolling out the 3rd dose. But the government insists it has its priorities right. Boosters can wait for the time being, is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that boosters for the immunocompromised can wait? The priority should be the 2nd dose in India?
Correct. Yes. Yes, that's true. And for the boost, the more you protect a larger group of the population, the less there will be transmission. That's the idea of vaccinating as many, rather than take it further to a smaller group. That's the idea, and we have to know more about the disease and the vaccine and with this variant before you can actually do some recommendations around boosters.
India is deliberating on the need to administer boosters. The government on Tuesday told the Delhi High Court that expert panels are discussing this. But experts say the delay is unjustified.
We have to fully vaccinate people. And if we have enough vaccine stock, then introducing boosters is a good idea.
Meanwhile, the World Health Organization has also said that boosters at this point in time, without vaccinating the entire population, is a risk and tantamounts to hoarding.
WHO is concerned that such programs will repeat the vaccine hoarding we saw this year and exacerbate inequity. It's clear that as we move forward, boosters could play an important role, especially for those at highest risk of severe disease and death.
The government of India started its vaccination drive against COVID-19 more than 10 months ago on the 16th of January. Ever since, close to 90% of the population has got the first dose. More than 55% of the population has got the second dose. There is no shortage of vaccines unlike a few months ago. And this has what got the experts to question on the inertia of the government when it comes to both giving out the booster doses and also drafting a policy on vaccines for children. So where is the vaccine for kids?
The children carry the same viral load as adults, exactly the same viral load as adults. They are as infectious as adults and they can transmit as well as adults. Therefore, children need vaccination. It's been approved by American Pediatric Association. It's been approved by FDA. It's been approved by CDC. It's been approved by every European regulatory authority for children.
Okay.
India must have pediatric vaccination ASAP.
India has approved Zydus Cadila Zycov-D for kids above the age of 12, but the rollout is yet to happen. The vaccine will be given to adults by December, says the government, but is non-committal on when kids will get this jab. Another homemade vaccine, Covaxin, has got the recommendation for a rollout, but a formal nod from the regulator is still awaited. No other country in the world is administering the COVID-19 vaccine to children as young as 2, and this is something that is weighing in on, say, government sources. The government has also suggested that there is a possibility that existing vaccines may not work in neutralizing the Omicron variant.
We are watching the situation with regard to Omicron. World is trying to understand the science of it, but today and in immediate future, we must complete the task of vaccinating every adult with 2 doses of the vaccine.
A dozen questions around Omicron remain unanswered. But should India not make efforts to protect its population against an unknown enemy is the question many are asking. In New Delhi, Sneha Mordani for India Today.